Hi, I'm just waiting for people to pop on here if you want to talk about the case. Figured I was going to go out in a little bit, and since I actually put some makeup on, not that it matters, but hello from Boise, Holly. Thanks for coming. I was just popping on here real quick to just see what people think about all the case and if they have any other ideas for any other cases for me to follow. Can you hear me? Okay with this microphone? Just gonna wait. Maybe somebody else. Oh, there you go. Hi, hi, hi. Okay, good. I'm just making sure. I've not done a live before. This is the first time. So I didn't know if I was going to be technologically challenged or not, but apparently I made it work. Hello from Massachusetts, Kristen and Holly. So you guys are the only ones here so far. Anyways, the reason why I started doing this case is I've always been interested in true crime, but we have a hello from Hawaii. Cool. I love Hawaii. It's my favorite place ever. What island? Sheree. So I've always been interested in true crime, right? Except for in 2015, my best friend was well, they ruled it a suicide, and oh, I love Oahu. I've been there like 8 times. I've been there. I love all the islands. They're all different. They're all beautiful. I would move there. But I always said that to my kids when they were younger. I'm like, I'm going to move to Hawaii when I get older. But then I think, oh, what if I get island fever or something? But it's easy to come back and forth though, so it's not terrible. So my friend, one of my very best friends that I've known since high school, she was my maid of honor at my wedding, and she died in 2015 suddenly, and she was leaving her husband, and so I was like immediately, and the investigation was literally open and shut in 5 minutes, like maybe an hour or two. They were at the house, and she's left-handed. She was shot in the right side of her head, and so I finally found a pro bono investigator who's working with us now. So that's another big case. Now maybe eventually I can do something with that one, but right now, I mean, it's close to home, So, so what do you guys all think? Do you think that the FBI has stuff and they're just waiting on to go in, or do you think they don't have anything? I mean, there's just so much to this freaking story. Like I said, I feel like I have a college degree in Lori Vallow right now. So I got Boise, Hawaii, and who else? Somebody else told me they were from somewhere else. What do you guys think about this? I know, right? We probably get. I'd have to really. I mean, I already studied, but I'd have to have my. Gonna be an open book test because, right? Take an open book test because there's so. It's just crazy and unbelievable how much there is to this, and I think the FBI has info. They are just trying to make sure they have enough to put Lori away for good. That's kind of what I was thinking. I mean, if she truly is, because now I'm thinking, after like researching female serial killers and stuff, I'm really thinking she has a lot of those tendencies. And if this is that big, if she's really involved with killing this many people, they, right, they have to have their ducks in a row because she needs to go away. I've looked at Julie Rowe's channel. Um, so one of the if you saw the email that I read the other night, the one everybody told me I pronounced all the names wrong or whatever, um, with had all that as details about and names and stuff that kind of made sense. Um, the person that sent that to me actually personally knows Julie Rowe, and that person, she has been to that person's house. So it was I was like, "Whoa." So I need to ask some more questions. But Julie Rowe to me, okay, my background, I'm a nurse, right? I have not worked in psych nursing, but I've dealt with psych people. And to me, she is like, for a while I worked on a nurse advice line, and we would get calls all the time because they want to talk to people. And she kind of reminds me of one of those calls, like kind of all over the map and all this stuff that she's convinced are happening and her visions and all this stuff. I think it's honestly, I think she needs meds. I don't believe her. I think she believes her, you know? Yeah. Yeah. Some facts since she knew Tammy and Chad craziness. Right. She knows those people. And so, and that's the thing I've noticed with people that have mental illnesses like that. They kind of mix in a lot of real true stuff with real stuff in their head. And they'll tell you these stories, and you're like, wait, it's really kind of sometimes hard to decipher the truth from yeah, the truth the truth from what's going on that isn't true in their mind, but they believe it. I mean, when I worked on the nurse advice line, I had this guy that would call me and tell me that he couldn't get dressed. He had to live in his underwear. He had the authorities had cameras in his house, but they were invisible. And he wouldn't let me get a word in. And he just completely was convinced that this was happening. There was no convincing him that it wasn't. I'm like, do you take any medicine? You might want to go back to the doctor. Oh, somebody had mentioned that, Christine, somebody had mentioned, have I seen Julie Rowe? And I've looked at some of her videos, but I haven't really watched a bunch of them because I think she's nuts. I just do. As far as Lori goes, I think she's extremely manipulative. I think she's beautiful and pretty, and I think she uses it well. And yeah, I wonder if Lori did away with the kids to avoid pain distress after the second coming this summer. Possibly. I'm really curious what happens in July, because what if the second coming in July doesn't happen? What's she going to do now? She got rid of her kids. Now what? Can't get them back. I don't know. From my experience, I'm not super knowledgeable in the Bible, and yeah, I'm not super knowledgeable, but I have a family member who is a pastor's wife and very knowledgeable and has a degree in um, Bible study, second a minor. But anyways, nobody's supposed to know when the second coming is. Like, nobody knows. Oh, thank you, Rob. So returning JJ's service dog to the trainer right before they just went missing. Saw that today. Deeply disturbing. He needs that dog. So and that was a big ooh for me. The dog. I mean, they spent $7,000 getting that dog trained for JJ. Right. That's right. Nobody should know when the coming is, not even Jesus. That's how I was always taught. So, but the dog, I mean, for her to put an ad to sell it, because obviously she's motivated by money, and then for the trainer to be like, whoa, 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 you can't do that. Bring me the dog. And they did say that Tylee was really upset when they were giving the dog back. It's really sad. I think it's money. Yeah. I I think it's brainwashing of somehow, some way, and about money. And I think that there's people that are missing a certain part of the brain that has empathy and actually cares, and they can convince themselves that, oh yeah, well, they're going to the other side anyways. They're going to be fine. It's better there. I mean, we all been told it's better there, but I personally have no plans on leaving here until I have to. you know. Lori asked her brother to get rid of Vallow so they'd still get the life insurance because she didn't commit the murder. Yeah. And he look how much stuff he's done for her over the years. I mean, her Joseph Ryan, he attacked him and tried to kill him. And when somebody said it's 90 days, not 18 months. I thought he was in jail for 18 months. I might have got that fact wrong, but Alex went to jail for her, for his sister. My brothers would be like, heck no, I'm going to jail for you. You know, I love you, sis, but peace out. He wanted his part. She got rid of him too. Exactly. Yep. If they kill themselves, I will say they are delusional. If not, then it was all about greed. Makes sense, Christine. I mean, really. And um, so yeah, I mean, and to me, that really shows the psychotic part of it is that she literally used her brother as her little helper all this way, and then he's like, "Okay, done with you." Yep. And I mean, even Nate on that one video where she's carrying a bag of money, so she has a bunch of cash on her. And I did hear that Charles did change his life insurance policy, so she didn't get it. What are we talking about? We're talking about what we think is going on with Lori and the case and Alex and why everybody's dead. I mean, people don't drop dead around you, do they? I mean, yeah, I love Nate too. He's awesome. I mean, the fact that he went right there and got in her face and stuff, I was like, yay, go Nate. Why did they allow her niece's husband to live? I don't get that relationship. Her niece's, oh, I think because he missed. He shot him. Brandon? Yeah. Yeah, the case. Wendy, we're talking about the case. That's basically all I'm focused on this channel right now is this case. Yep. And the scariest part about that one story is they named Tylee as a zombie in the email. So what are we talking about? We're talking no, this is real life, Wendy. This is something that this case is going on in real life right now. The Vallows. Subscribe and watch it from 1 to 12. I just put 12 out today. You know, okay, so that's one of my big questions because on that video in the storage unit on that video, they are saying they see Alex. Chandler, Arizona, there's a Mesa airport, but there's Phoenix, Sky Harbor. It's probably, with traffic, something an hour to get to Phoenix. So would they have had set up like a flight he was going to jump out on, go shoot at Brandon, book it to the airport, and get his butt to Idaho? I think it's possible. I would like to know what time on October 2nd he was seen at the storage unit in Idaho. No, Charles, Oshnapitsu. Sorry. Apparently, I'm really bad at pronouncing things. I thought Chad was already dead by the time Brandon got shot at. The Jeep was registered to Chad Vallow. It was probably no. Chad is her new husband, and Charles. I know because Charles is the one that's dead. Husband number 4. Chad is husband number 5. And some people think that Chad was actually the one that shot at Brandon instead of Alex. I know. That's what I said. You couldn't write this stuff, Christy. Yeah, yeah. So you couldn't. No, not yet. I'm kind of scared actually. Somebody I was talking to was like, "There's some weird stuff that goes on with those books." But I would like to. I mean, I think I'm fine. I don't think I'm going to get brainwashed from picking apart Chad's book. But I would like to see some things because apparently there's stuff in there that that's really kind of creepy and scary. Yeah, this. I mean, even all the news people, they're like, all these years I've been working the news, I've never, ever, ever seen a case like this. There's so many people. It's like, you know what? The Charles Manson thing. I have never really read about it, but I've heard about it because I was obviously a very small child, if I was even born when it happened. I think it was the late 60s. And it kind of, yes. So it kind of reminds me of that. Like, it was a cult and he got people to do his dirty work, and killed Charles Manson. I mean, to me, it's almost like that. There are clues tied to these murders. That's what there was who was that? There, on one of the news reports, there was like a profiler, and he said he was going to read Charles's autobiography and the most recent book because he felt like there'd be clues in there. Now, Tammy's autopsy results haven't been. Someone had rumored that they were released to the family, but then everyone said no, that had never happened. The Manson, yeah, the Mansons. That's what I feel like. It's like Manson's part two. How they convinced others. Yeah, it's. I mean that there's been like, have you heard of the Jim Jones that case where they had this big compound, everybody's living there and happy, and then he convinced them all to drink the. That's where that saying comes, drink the Kool-Aid, and all these people drank the Kool-Aid, and they tried to shoot people that came to see like news reporters and stuff. A couple of them wound up dead, and they all drank the Kool-Aid, and there were all these hundreds of people just laying there dead after drinking the, like, seriously real Kool-Aid with crap in it to kill you. Yeah. See? That the family can, um yeah, they can refuse an autopsy. Just I that is so weird to me. I mean, a healthy person in their late 40s, they you don't just, unless you have an aneurysm or something, just boom, knocks you out and dead. But still, you'd want to know why. Like when you want an autopsy to know why, yes, they cut up your body and stuff, but you're not there. Your spirit is gone. So I would just want to know why they didn't do an autopsy. And that makes me, you're welcome. Thank you for watching. Yeah. Maybe that's why she hid the kids or saved the kids. Yeah. I don't know. It's just crazy. And um I mean, I hate saying it. I really hope those kids are parked away somewhere, but it really scares me because the dog's gone. JJ's 7, special needs. You can't just give a special needs kid to someone to watch, Not give them their medicine, not take them to the doctor. There's no doctor appointment. Like there would be some kind of record, right? What if the kid falls down and breaks his arm? What are you gonna do? Bring him to a doctor and be like, "Yeah, I can't tell you who he is." Yeah, there's a lot of people dead. Yeah, I mean, and when she was on camera and said, "That's great," and then when she was all giggly in front of the car the day Charles was laying there, to me that was like, she's messed up. She has something to do with this, and she's lost her mind. Thanks, Christine. Which niece? Melanie. Is she in Hawaii? She's still involved in Illinois. I don't know where Melanie is. I think Melanie's in Idaho and she's still married to Ian. And I was told through the grapevine that she was cooperating. Um, and I think if Lori's gonna reach out to anybody, it's gonna be Melanie. Grandma Kay said prescription med has not been filled since September. Yeah, see? Um, are they I don't know what kind of meds he would be on. I did I did raise a son with ADD, but not autism, and they had to be on medicine for focus and all that kind of stuff, but it wasn't mandatory. But I have a cousin who has um, a son that's went to the point where he literally was like 6 years old and totally reverted, and they have him on a lot of medicine. They said there's like some seizure activity in his brain, and he's actually come a long way, but he needs tons of therapy and a lot of stuff. He needs hands-on, learning and therapy and all this stuff for medicine to hopefully get back to being pretty normal. So yeah. But I think if Lori's gonna have anybody do her dirty work at this point, since Alex is dead, it would be Melanie. But I don't know. Chad's kids, are they all behind him right now? I wonder if they suspect he might have had their mom killed. Probably not. They seem really looking at their Facebook pages, because I snooped their Facebook pages, and all of them still have, almost all of them still have Facebook page. Some of them locked them down, but there's pictures there. The one daughter, I think Emma, she's the one that had posted the funeral pictures she was sitting by the coffin. And I think I think they're in denial. I mean, denial is super powerful. And if your parents raised you and your mom did, it would be really, really, really hard to to not be in denial about the fact that your dad's a murderer and your mom's dead. And you're even as an adult, but they're young adults, you know? Yeah, well, if he's in Mexico, I know you can buy meds over the counter in Mexico, but, um, I don't know if they would need an MD. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. So, your brother died, yeah, and they wanted an autopsy. Yeah, I mean, if I die right now, my family better have an autopsy because there's nothing wrong with me, you know? Except for I'm obsessed with his story, but other than that, you know, I mean, no. So, I don't know. I know you can go across the border and get medicine. I know people that do it. I mean, I have patients that have done it when they couldn't get their medicine here, they just went across the border and they got medicine. But I don't know if you could get those specific medicines for whatever he needs. I don't know what he needs. So, it's pretty weird. Um, so these are not my cat. These cats are all over this house, but my son's staying with me, and they have these cats that decided they own the place. So if you see them walking around behind me, that's what's going on back there. So I don't know, I'll look at that. I wonder what kind of medicines you can get. I know you can get antibiotics. I don't think you can you just get I don't think you can get narcotics or anything like that, but it wouldn't be narcotics for him. My mom is buried in the same cemetery as Tammy Daybell. I'm planning on trying to find her gravestone, and I can send you a picture if I find it. Yeah, that would be really nice. Yeah, just make a comment on one of the videos if you do, and then I can give you an email address to send them to. Or you know what? I'll pin my email address. I'll pin it on this one at the top so you can have it. Your daughter just texts you. You can get Adderall. Okay, so that's the main med that they use for ADD. I mean, they did. Um, my son was younger. I know there's been newer things, but I feel like he'd be on a combination of stuff, though, that not just Adderall. Susan, you said, I think the kids are gone. Yeah. I okay. So I am not into like supernatural. I don't go to psychics. I don't do anything like that. But out of curiosity, I looked on YouTube. There's a woman that did the tarot card reading about this, and she said that she feels like they're really dead. Well, my daughter-in-law has tarot cards, but she isn't psychic. She just does them like for entertainment and stuff. She'll do them. And when she did it just for the heck of it, she came up with almost the same ones. And this was before we looked at that YouTube video, and it was showing that they're dead too, the way she did it. So I was like, ooh, that gives me heebie-jeebies. I don't. Okay, great. Thank you. They're sitting in church right now. Who? Lori and Chad are in church? Oh, I believe it. Yeah. What time is it there? 1 o'clock. 1:22. Your daughter is disgusted. Oh. So your daughter's in church there, Jody? In Hawaii right now? Oh my gosh. And they're there. I wish I was in Hawaii. I mean, really. So, so her friends at church in Hawaii right now, and Lori and Chad are there. Do people talk to him? Yeah, she should. She should take a My kids are really good with just being able to like shh, and all the younger kids, you guys, some of you are much younger than me, but you can just do a like pretend you're taking a selfie and take I always felt like they're gonna know I'm taking a picture of them. But no shame, all smug. Wow. Wow. See, that's what I mean. They're just like the rest of the world is just after us, and we're fine, and everybody's fine in our world, and they're just annoying. All you people that think we did something with our kids are just annoying. And what if we did? Who cares? That's the attitude I get from them. Tell them they better pray to God that He has mercy on them for killing the family and the kids. Yeah. How can that be normal? Let you think that it's okay. Your flash went off, Christy, when you tried to stay contiguous. That's something that would happen to me totally. I totally would be like, um, could have been sent on a mission trip far away. A 7-year-old with autism, though? Well, okay, Annie, from what I'm understanding is they still think they're LDS, even though they got all these other things that all the LDS people are saying that's not LDS beliefs, but they just think they know more. Wow, that's interesting to know they're sitting there in church right now. Exactly. Wow. Huh. Yeah, and that's what I mean about Kauai. I love that. It's my favorite island. But I've been there, and when you're in Kauai, there's literally one road. I went all the way from the airport all the way to where they're in Princeville. There's not even a traffic light anywhere. And it's just a 2-lane road. There's little bridges, and then you go up to North Shore through Hanalei and then Princeville. And then where it ends is like right before, if you could walk around the corner, you're on the Nepali coast. So then if you went all the way back around the other way, and there's a lot of like there uninhabitable places on the island. Basically the houses and stuff just run through the towns around that main street. But like there's like a mini Grand Canyon. There's rogue Mormons doing their own thing. Okay, Holly, weird. They're LDS whether people in the church want to claim them or not. Okay, so they can be LDS, but the church doesn't have to claim them. Okay. Hawaii has a large LDS only no story. Yeah. I'm imagining. Okay, so I heard there's going to be a 2-hour special on Dateline this week coming up. So that should be really interesting. Oh, I don't even know that story. Bundy's from Nevada. All the major news stations are lining the streets right up to the church house waiting to get a picture of them. Oh my gosh. Well, I can't stay up till 2 a.m. to make another video tonight. But um but as things break, and there's still backstory. I mean, there's plenty more videos to make about this, and it's only just getting started, really, because we still don't know where the kids are. Lori and Chad are still living it up in Kauai. I'm sure their tans are looking pretty good right now. Jeffrey's from Texas. Okay, yeah, all major. That's really interesting that the news stations are actually there. So people in Kauai are now gonna start. Um, what is it in Lahui or in Kapaa? Where's the church? Kapaha? Mike, what do you mean not? Not no, the members bit wanting to claim them. I think you have a typo there. I don't know what it means. Well, oh, not okay. No, the members not wanting to claim them. Gotcha. Kapaha. Okay. Hmm. And the fact that that house, their townhouse, they're staying in Princeville. I mean, uh, they got money somehow, some way. I'm sure it's not cheap to rent that and to be all over that island. And Hawaii is not a cheap place to visit, much less live for, you know, on the run. Yeah, I bet the people that do know on the island of Kauai are really annoyed and pissed because they are turning into circus, and it's a very it's like, Oahu is fun and has a lot going on, but Kauai is just like an island you go to just relax, and the people are just live their lives there, and it just feels like an island that there shouldn't be drama like this. Tammy's life insurance, yeah. Hmm. I don't know how much life insurance did Tammy have? Does anybody know? 2 life policies will bring in a few dollars. Yeah, yeah. But I don't think she got Charles from what I understand. But you hear things and you don't know what's completely accurate and what's, alleged. 2 life policies bring a lot. Yeah. Yeah, that's what you said from Tammy. And I'm sure Tammy, even that police officer in Rexburg said that she had a pretty good life insurance policy, 1 million. Yeah, invest half and blow the rest is word on the street. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure the locals give them a hard time. Oh, I would. If I was there, I'd be like, "Get out of here. I'm not eating next to you in a restaurant or whatever." Yeah. So, apparently Chad got life insurance. That's what these guys are saying, Christine. From Tammy, he got a big policy. So they probably paid out pretty quick, but hmm, yeah, it's just so crazy. I just I know it's really frustrating that they can't bring her in, but I think they're trying to get her for something big, not for a misdemeanor that you didn't show for court. I think that's just not enough, and I think they can keep a better eye on her in Kauai than they can if she got back over here to the mainland because she could go a lot more places here, and probably there's compounds and stuff she could go hide out, you know. So I think keeping her there is the right thing to do until they have what they need, and then I I can't wait to see what happens. And we're not supposed to guilty or innocent until proven guilty, but there's just too much to this and too much surrounding her. And the fact that as a mother, I have 4 kids, as a mother to just be like, I'm on a extended honeymoon forever and I'm not going to tell you what I did with my kids. You know, I've been in Hawaii now. It's February, 2 months. Yeah, I'm watching them. But they haven't. I don't know about the autopsy yet. And I don't know why it takes so long. There must be a lot of different samples and this and that that they have to get to try to find what they're looking for and a lot of data. So, and even if it's done, they may be waiting on Alex's. They may just want everything at once because then they got this charge, this charge, this charge, everything. Just have it all done. She's tucked away in Kauai, making the people in Kauai annoyed, but yeah, it's really super duper sad. I'm just really scared about the kids. And Kay and Larry, I'm sorry, but I think they are so kind and Larry, man, you can tell this is just he didn't go to the last news conference, and they flew all the way up there, and he was really hopeful, and then really disappointed and wasn't feeling good. So, Lori's sister Stacy Cope COPE, um, supposedly died. She was a diabetic, and she supposedly died of hypoglycemia or diabetic shock, right? And then Alex was living with her at the time, or was the only one home when she died. And then he was known to go use her credit cards. And so everybody thought, diabetics, they can get really sick and die, but it is kind of strange because if you are a brittle diabetic, your family members should know the signs when you start acting goofy or not feeling well. On 911, Joseph demonstrated Alex breathing, and you mentioned that it was called a type agonal breathing. So, a when people die, I mean, you could have a heart attack and die, and your last thing could be the agonal breathing. When you're dying, you go into the agonal breathing. The brain stem's last reflex is that breathing, but that's not breathing. That is like you're out the door, like your brain is shutting itself down. So, he I mean, the poor kid, Joseph, but CPR should have been started literally the minute he found him on the floor. I mean, he was like, "Oh, I can't do I have anxiety and depression," but he's 25 and it just probably freaked him the heck out. He didn't even know Alex's last name, so I'm thinking he didn't even know his mom and him were married, you know? But, um, for Tammy to just die and then Alex to just die, it's just yeah, it's mysterious. And Lori's attorney died mysteriously in his sleep? What? Jody, that's the first time I heard that one. Really? Oh, wow. If Chad collected on Tammy's insurance, and if there was something funny going on, couldn't the life insurance take them to court and pay the money back? Yes, I think they could. I think they could. He said my mom's boyfriend on the 911 call. Right. Yep. Yep. not husband, he didn't know. And he didn't even know his last name. He's like, "What's his last name?" He didn't know how old he was. He didn't know his last name. He didn't want to have to deal with this. He was freaking out. He's like, "I'm just trying to keep cool." And then the 911, the driver that was coming, or the paramedic that was coming, was like, "What do you mean he's cold?" So he was like telling him, "I'm just trying to keep cool. I don't want to freak out right now, even though I'm freaking out." And then he started freaking out. And then when Zulema got there, the paramedics were getting there and she started CPR. But that was, I mean, I don't know how long he was on the floor before um, Joseph saw him, but there was a whole 7 minutes, and that's super crucial, you know, between the time that Joseph called 911 and couldn't get him on his back. Yeah, I didn't know about Lori's attorney either. I've never heard that one. I'm gonna have to look in that one. Yeah. Joseph Ryan's family is also saying his death was suspicious, but he was cremated. Crazy how Alex assaulted him too. Hmm. Too many darn deaths. I hope she goes down hard for real. Yep. Can you talk any more about the email you received? Okay, so somebody that was following this channel, and I did a premiere the other night, told me they wanted to show me some, or provide me with some information that they had, that somebody had given them, that is connected to these people. And so that person was nice enough to send me this email. And as I'm reading it, I'm like, "Do you mind if I make a video out of it?" And they were like, "No," because they said they wouldn't have supplied it, but that private detective that spoke on the news that same day said a lot of the same details in there. So it kind of validated the fact that the email this person had gotten had a lot of details that the private detective that Brandon had hired was also, um, yeah, was was validating it. And then there's some names in there that validate it too. The Suzanne Freeman name. Um, I read something on one of the web sleuths or something. Somebody said that Suzanne Freeman, people wouldn't really know that name, so they felt it had a lot of validity. Um, so can you tell? Yeah. So that's that. Um, and then that person also knows Julie Rowe, or knew her, doesn't associate with her anymore, but did know her. Let's see. Too many darn deaths. Yep. Oh, we already read that. Sorry. So I don't know what the lawyer's name is, but whoever, way back when somebody said the lawyer, if we know, I'm sure we could kind of find it somewhere along the way. I'm going out to dinner here in a little bit. So just a couple more minutes. But we'll do this again. I was kind of hesitant about doing the live thing, but it's kind of nice to be able to talk to it and hear the questions. So, um, and I just feel really bad. My heart goes out to the Woodcocks, Kay and Larry, and obviously anybody that's related to JJ and Tylee that think Lori's lost her mind. If Tammy's autopsy were about back, they'd have anything, they'd have brought him in by now. I don't think they're back. I think it's just taking a long time. Yeah, it is. Yeah, you're welcome. I think it was too. Like I said, it's just weird. Like, it's easier for me to just record things and then edit and then go back. And obviously, sometimes I'm just like, oh, I'm just going to leave that, when I'm reading something or whatever. But yeah, it's really sad. So we'll do it. I'll do it again. And Sundays are a really good day for me to do it this time of day. So I can plan on doing this again next Sunday. I'm sure something will happen this week. I mean, there hasn't been a day when something hasn't happened. And then, of course, I want to find another case, but I've been so watching this one, and stuff just keeps coming so fast on this one that I haven't been able to make another case. This is my first true crime YouTube channel, but I did have another one, a teaching one. So, but this is kind of interesting because it's helpful, because it keeps the story out there, and more people that know about, the more people that maybe see these kids, the more people that might remember something, it can help. Yeah, the UK. So it's obviously people on the other side of the world here. Not, well, you're in Europe, but um, if you're hearing about this. And I think the Dateline episode that's coming up, I really want to see that, because I think that's going to open a lot of eyes. And there may be somebody out there that saw something else between September 23rd that had no idea, you know? You're doing great with this channel. Keep us updated and maybe even do the video on another story. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do that. I'll do the video on another story. I work Monday through Friday, but yes, don't forget to press the like button. Yes, 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 yes. Um, thanks, you guys. Thank you so much. Any last comments or questions? Because my friend, we're going to a show, and then we're going to dinner. So anything? Okay, so if you haven't subscribed, it does help me. It really does. The algorithm, like if you just put in this name, mine shows up way down here. I don't even know how you guys even found it. But the more people that like, subscribe, and comment, it helps bump it up. And I think, I've watched some of the other ones, and I'm not going to be a jerk, but I think the way I can put the story together makes a lot more sense. You know, like if we just started this right now to talk about it, everybody like, wait, what? So I try to make it in a decent type of timeline that makes sense. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Oh, thanks so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. You too. And I'll try to do it again next Sunday. I'll let you guys know. And I'll put my email address in underneath this. I'll pin it. Okay. All right. Bye guys.